Hi everybody, this is Ilushia. Today we're playing Marathon and it's gonna be awesome. Now you may notice we are back on the previous level. That's because I died at the end of the last video. I will not be reading that again, and I will have to react very quickly at the beginning of this level because you start off surrounded by enemies who fire things at you, and I am quite low on health. So I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about regenerating health in games. A lot of people get really angry about regenerating health in games. Personally, I kind of like it in some games. Especially first-person shooters in the style of stuff like this and Doom and Wolfenstein. Because, like, that fight would be really easy if I was at full health. There would be very little chance I was going to die there. But because I'm at low health, even a single hit could potentially kill me. So I have to be really, really careful with how I fight things. Now, compare that to a regenerating health system. In a regenerating health system, the fact that I was low on life when I finished the last level, it would be mostly irrelevant. By now, I probably would have regenerated most or all of it. The problem I have with regenerating health is primarily when you play a game that has it set very high and gives you very low base actual health. Because the result is that you die in like 3 or 4 hits, but you take damage and then you duck behind cover and you get it all back instantly. I think a longer delay would allow regenerating health to sort of serve the same purpose that health pickups do, just without needing the pickups. Anyway, let's begin. Incoming message from Leela. Time is limited. There is a large group of heavily armed 4 approaching the section of the ship where I have transported you. Their only logical destination is the sensitive engineering areas in the aft of the section of the ship. Wow, I'm failing at leading this properly. As we are not yet in a position to halt their advance by force, I have decided to depressurize a large area in their path in order to slow their progress. Unfortunately, I cannot remotely seal the airlocks and isolate the zone I wish to depressurize from the nearby living quarters. Exposing this area to space without first isolating it would kill hundreds of human crew. You will have to go and close the doors. This is your current location. You must find another computer terminal to exit from. I am unable to activate the teleport mechanism from this terminal. This is the second airlock you must seal. The switch which controls it is located on the wall adjacent to the door. Make certain it closes completely before continuing. This is the second door you must seal. Again, make sure it closes completely. So our goal here is just to hit a couple of switches and then head for the end. Again, it's very simple. It's the same sort of thing you would probably be doing in other first-person shooters, but it varies from level to level what your actual goal is. Like last level, it was extermination. This level, it's hitting switches. The level before that, it was hitting switches. And the level before that, it was just getting to the... It was putting items into place. No. Yeah. So it's like... Different levels have different objectives, and they coach the objectives in the plotline. And it has a really good plot line. And that makes an enormous difference to the way that the game feels. Because it now feels like you're actually doing something significant. Ah, crap. Ow. Let's try that again. I hope that I don't die this time. If I die this time, I will probably edit out getting back to where I was. I'm going to be doing a lot of editing because, like I said about regenerating health, because I don't have regenerating health, I will die a lot as I'm very low on health due to my ineptitude early on. Like that grenade jump I did early in the game set up pretty much the difficulty curve for most of the rest of the game I've been on because I was down on health for so long. Now, this game's a little more reasonable about it than most because the healing points you get are rare, but they fully restore you. There are no health pickups, basically, in single player. You have to find a shield restore point. And those are kind of rare. They're very rare in the first game. I believe they're more common in the later games, and we'll find out if that's right or not. Now, which way did I go? I think I went this way. I'm really sorry about failing so much. I haven't played this very often over the years, even though I love it. It's really great. It's enjoyable. And I died again. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hello everybody, this is post-commentary Ilushia again. We're back on, in Smells Like Napalm, Tastes Like Chicken, there's a secret that you can only attempt once, so it's very, very hard to get into. You have to do is you have to come over to the right-hand side of the map, down that first right-hand corridor, and come to the very bottom left corner of it. When you step in here, it triggers a thing back in the starting room of the level. So you have to run all the way back to the starting room of the level after hitting that. And there's an elevator here in this corner, which is now active. We fall down the elevator and we come in here, and there's a bunch of ammo. There's a flamethrower, some flamethrower ammo, and a terminal. We stop and read the terminal, and it says, here from Durandal. Here I am, sulking about on a ship which used to be my slave, chased by a narrow-minded AI who thinks I'm rampant with only cybernetic toys and these so-called invaders to play with. And here you are, stuck at the bottom of a hole. How droll. It's really too bad. We could have had so much fun together. Vale, Durandal. Now, the thing is, this terminal is actually a trap, because that elevator goes back up on its own. And if you stop to read the terminal, there's no way out of this pit. So I actually have to go back to my save game and do something different to get through the level. You can, if you're fast enough, to grab the flamethrower and make it back to the elevator before it leaves and get the flamethrower. I'll probably just demonstrate that just after this. I'll see you in a minute, folks. Post-commentary Ilushia again. We're going to try and get down into that pit, get the flamethrower, and get out. So, here we go. Trigger it this way, run this back here, through the corridors. Using the map really helps for this, because it's very easy to get lost if you don't know the level very well. And we fall down this pit, run this way as fast as we can, over here to grab the flamethrower, come back, and get on the elevator. Like that. That is the speed with which one has to get that flamethrower if you want to actually get out of that pit. If you don't go that kind of fast, you just get stuck down there. So, yeah. I now return you to your regularly scheduled commentary. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. It is sometimes kind of frustrating to end up getting through the levels without the health that you need. Unauthorized access alarm, security breach, trace prohibition compensated. Bjorn border of the Roman... What? I have no idea what that actually means. Border of the Roman Empire to the Danube River. During a skirmish with barbarians in Rialtian... I have no idea how to pronounce that either. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. The mountain near the borough of modern France and Switzerland. 117 men under Gaius Licinius Marcus. I would guess that's Marcus. Once of weird and frightened monsters under his control, many successful raid secti the fall of the Roman Empire and remained unmolested until the 9th unwritten ls into Lex Vita. Clovis moved the settlement further south in the mountains, nearer the spring, to escape the notice of Charlemagne and later the Holy Roman Empire. Clovis remained Ademir in 1902 and Frederick just recently. Both, however, carried out reforms before their deaths, which slowly integrated their people secretly into world society, which are now scattered all over the globe, to meet only once every 7 years in southeast France. Must be chosen. Trace mode error. Implement inline trap. Serious interrupt. Yeah, so, again, this is just... There is no point to that. I don't think it amounts to anything. It is a reference to the idea of there being a secret society in this setting, which I believe comes from a real-world secret society myth. There's a lot of that in this game. I know there's references to the Cthulhu mythos in the later games. There may be some in this one, but I don't think so. The number 7 is also rather important, as you'll find out as we play more of this. It comes up a lot. The band which does the music for the game? I'll be right back again. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Like I said before about regenerating health, without regenerating health, the fact that I'm low on hit points makes this way harder than it should be. Like, this should not be a level that kills you 4 or 5 times. This is a level that should kill you, like, maybe once as you try to figure out where everything is. You can hit this with a grenade. You cannot hit it with your fists. Or with tab. I'm pretty sure it's too far away to hit it with tab. But you can grenade it. I'm not positive what good grenading it does, but you can. Oh right. I'd forgotten about that. The wasp things come in through those doors before you seal them. So you gotta be a little bit careful. They will ambush you and potentially kill you. And force you to play the whole level over again, because I don't think there's a save point anywhere on this level. Wait for this thing to go back up. Are you gonna go back up? I guess not. Oh, that's what this was. Let's throw a grenade over there. I run over here. I hope I hit that. Did I hit it? Are you gonna move? I guess not. Oh no, I definitely hit it. Aha, there we go. It's still a long delay. Presumably so you have plenty of time to get over here. Ah, pattern buffer! You will die and I will save. Mahaha. That makes life so much easier. Now I don't have to go back and replay the beginnings of this level over and over and over and over again. And it means that if I die on the next level, I only get sent back here and not all the way back to the previous level. But the lack of ability to just get health back easily is something that really hurts the game's difficulty curve. It's one of the biggest problems I actually do have with the game. Otherwise it's an excellent game, but because of the nature of the health levels in the game, it's very easy to end up in a situation where you just don't have the hit points to survive and succeed, even though by all rights it shouldn't be that big of a challenge, just because you've taken so much damage earlier on in the game. And because there are save points and they're interspersed randomly, you can end up in a situation where you're basically screwed because you've saved the game at such low health that you can't get past the next challenge, and you got to go all the way back, like multiple levels, and replay huge chunks of the game just to get your health back and to be able to do it a little bit better. Now I'm going to stand here and wait for things to come to me, because I have an assault rifle and I can kill things really efficiently, and I don't want to walk into their bolts. And now I'm going to regenerate my health, because there is a health healing thing here, which is good. I'm going to go and revisit that save point before I leave this level, I think, and save with full life. In fact, I'm going to go do that right now. I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit boring, watching me run around on the map. I run around on the map like this because it's a lot easier to not get lost. It's a lot harder to fight anything, but it's a lot easier to figure out where you're actually going. I believe that this is where the save point is. Yes, it is. It's only save number 16. And I will head back to where I was. I may edit part of this out. I don't know. And we run back. Yeah, I know, it's riveting gameplay. This is what not having regenerating health and checkpoints gets you, though, is because this is what you have to do if you don't have regenerating health and checkpoints. So, for all the people who say that they really hate that, it's way worse for the game, it does mean you don't end up having to redo the same things over and over again just because you screwed up somewhere a long time ago. I mean, it isn't even just like, I made a mistake in this part and that killed me. It was like, I was low on health when I came in here, so I was dying in 1 or 2 hits instead of like 5 or 6. It was the same way in the last level, and there was no health regen in the last level. Now that's partially just bad game design on this game's part. Like, the relative rarity of healing in the game can hurt it at times. This is the other item we have to stop. But this time I'm not going to let the wasps out. So there's a bunch of wasps stuck in there that are going to get killed when that area opens to vacuum. Hooray! Actually, I don't think it kills wasps. I believe they're one of the alien types that you actually encounter on a vacuum level. Yes, there are levels that take place in vacuum. We'll get to them eventually. They're very dangerous. It's another one of those things where if you use the save point at the wrong time, you can get completely screwed. I just punched a compiler to death. Now, why would you want to engage that? I have no idea why you would want to turn that on. I can turn it on from remote and see whether or not it turned to anything else on. I mean, that smells like a secret to me. Like, that is very much the kind of secret they would hide in this game. Like, here's the switch. You can only hit it. If you hit it, it closes the door behind you. But if you know that you can hit it with grenades, you can grenade it, and it'll open a door someplace. And that's kind of secret that this game loves to do. So, we're going to go poke around for a bit and see whether or not I can figure out where it is. Revisit the health thing, because I can. Again, there's a lot of backtracking in this game. Another save point! Yay! Not that I really need another save point, but hey. I'm at full health still, may as well save again. Save whenever you can, because sometimes you don't get a save point. There are levels in the game that have no save points on them. I'll point those out when I get to them. They're kind of frustrating as a result. They're also probably going to be the hardest ones to talk about. Aliens. Now this one's kind of interesting. You can raise those two. Yeah, see, like the objective here is to build a bridge kind of thing. And it's kind of interesting because, like, these are really weird. They're not something I have ever remembered seeing in any other kind of first-person shooter game. Like, watch. I can just stand here, shoot that grenade. I mean, this is easy because you can shoot things with grenades. So you just stand on one, shoot a grenade at it, and run. Piece of cake. If you don't know that you can shoot things with grenades, that becomes much harder. Because then you have to actually time your hitting the switches and then running onto them. Onto the platform. Tyler. Hit another switch. You can punch switches as well. I just don't usually do it. I should. Like this. Punch. And it turns the switch on. Which is kind of hilarious and weird. Please don't crush me. Yay, it didn't crush me. This one may crush me if I don't get off fast enough. Like I said way back when... Ow. There are some... Like I said way back in... Ow! Yeah, I've said that a lot too. But there are things in the game that can crush you to death. At some point I may show some of those off, either deliberately or not. And here we have the end of level terminal. Incoming message from Leela. Good work. I will begin the decompression process in a moment. I have finished debriefing the civilian crew you rescued a few hours ago. The unknown group to survive prolonged contact with the aliens that I have been able to talk with. They maintain that the aliens were loading as many humans as possible onto shuttlecraft and flying the mothership. I have watched many such shuttles bringing supplies to the aliens, but I had no idea they were carrying humans back to the alien ship. I will brief you more on your next mission when you arrive. You may not go exactly where I want you to end up because there is interference in the computer net. Good luck. Teleport when ready. End message, jump pad activated, initiation start. Transport when ready. And this has been Let's Play Marathon. Well, this has been me. This has been Ilushia. It's been awesome. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time when we start on Cool Fusion. And we get to see just how bad things actually are.